Good morning from Glenamuck Road, Carrickmines, and I'm looking at the roundabout. Okay, it's a roundabout, but it's a significant roundabout. It's the historical location of the Carrickmines medieval castle, and there was conjecture going on when they were putting in this motorway. So anyway, so as you can see, the crane there and the scaffolding and the increased residential development of this once quiet area. Then I swing around and I have a Carrickmines station which opened on July 10th, 1854, so it opened on the opening day of the line, and it's now a private residence. I was hoping to get down to it on this side, but I can't, so let's just walk up this road. So the Luas extension from Stillorgan down here via Ballyogan started in 2007. Because of low density, they wouldn't go through Foxrock. It didn't necessitate the demand. So they went via Ballyogan, and the Luas joins the former Harker Street line just outside the station here on the left. And they widened the road and they put in a new overbridge, and the balustrade ornate, so the parapet on the fencing, they repurposed it down at the car park, which I'll go down to in a minute. So we have these new buses now, L26, Cultiernan, L27, Leverstown Valley. So it's quite a good service now. So looking that way is where the original alignment, and then it deviates to go over the motorway. Here we have I've done several videos here before if you scroll back into my video library. But it's a shame, I was hoping to get down there, but it seems to be a private residence now, so I can't get access to it. So we're doing an original ramp here. And it's heavily featured in the Johnny Nobody film, Priest on the Run, Nigel Patrick's character. And there would have been a canopy there, and then he runs over the footbridge, and a guarded car pulls up on the old road here, and they run down to intercept him, but he evades them and gets back on the train. The snail insignia on the train. And what's interesting about, there was only one line left, and you can see in the video on this side where it's now a ramp was overgrown sort of grass on the edge of the platform. So by that stage the line had been closed 18 months, and the line was being lifted just out. Both tracks had been lifted just outside Foxrock, so there was only one track left down to Shangana Junction. So they used that opportunity when they were filming. Either somebody suggested it, or they were sort of they needed a train scene, so it was ideal, the fact that they couldn't use the main line for obvious reasons. And this was great. This worked well. They actually had milk crates and all sorts, you know, to give the impression that the station was active. So the platform would have come right down here where the wall is. That's where the platform was. And then you have the 6,800 gallon tank that used to replenish steam train specials from Foxrock. So there'd be specials coming up from Arklow, Wicklow, Greystones, Bray, or coming from Harcourt Street, and they'd swing down here, take on the water, and go back up to take the punters either back to Bray or onwards to Greystones, etc., or else into town, into Harcourt Street. There's actually a telegraph pole there. Look at that, that's incredible. Only one of two telegraph poles that survives. The one that it's kind of frozen in time there. But There's one just outside Tully Gates that's covered in ivy. It used to be a very quiet station. It was a halt, along with Slorgan and Milltown. These are the contributory factors, and the economic downturn in the 1950s in Ireland. These are the economic factors that led to the closure of the line. It was hemorrhaging money, but now you're on the Luas. It's quiet now, mid-morning here, but now you're on the Luas. It's packed in the morning, it's packed at lunchtime, it's packed in the evening, it's packed all the way once you get to schools traffic. But back in the day, it would have had the equivalent traffic, schools, early workers, later workers, but it was small numbers, and bus competition was impacting as well. So there you go. I hope to cover all the stations in this format, because I've obviously covered them before, but it's nice to revisit locations and just to elaborate more on the station itself. So July 10th, 1854, closed December 31st. We have a couple of pictures from the O'D collection, and it wasn't heavily photographed, this line. It was photographed after its closure, really. Jim O'D was here on the day of closure, and then he revisited in a couple of weeks after that. I think 14th of January, took a couple of photographs, and then the following June 1960, when he only had one track left, around the time of the Johnny Nobody filming, and there was a hybrid tractor on the line that was helping with the track removal, and just outside the station there, but you can see it was quite overgrown with just one track left. Okay, I conclude this video, and thanks for watching.